Good morning, students. This is the ninth video of the chapter Nationalism in India. And in this video, we are going to discuss the sense of collective belonging. That is the last topic of this chapter. So far, we discussed that how the mass movement created its impact in India. We discussed that how the mass movement like non-cooperation movement or civil disobedience movement and quit India movement also, it was another last mass movement that occurred in India. So how these movement created its impact in India. But at the same time, we also discussed that why this movement could not become successful at large scale, or why it could not get independence at the time of movement if this movement was very successful. So we found that some loopholes, some limitations were there, and we discussed also the limitations. Now let us go with another process, that was the cultural process, which helped a lot in promoting the nationalism in India, or in other words, which helped a lot in unifying Indians. So far we discussed that how Indians got united. So we came to know that people from all across the country got united with the help of mass movement that was led by Mahatma Gandhi. We also came to know that how the different segments of society came together under the umbrella of Mahatma Gandhi, under the umbrella of mass movement. And finally, how they got united, how they joined each other, and how the mass movement accelerated. Now, we are going to understand another movement also, that was the cultural movement. Now, we need to understand that mass movement was very limited. I meant to say the period was very limited. Like from 1920 to 22, it was the non-cooperation movement. Similarly, from 1930 to 34 maximum, it was the civil disobedience movement. Similarly, in 1942, it was the quit India movement. Okay. Now, we need to understand here, these movements were specific, were confined in a particular period. But what about the rest period? So in rest period, cultural movement or cultural process was going on, and that was playing equal role, or that was playing equal importance in unifying the people or connecting the people. So we need to understand here that cultural process started in India, and because of that the people came together, they got united. As we discussed the chapter Nationalism in Europe, in that particular chapter we discussed the concept of allegory. We discussed the concept of Germania, we discussed the concept of Marianne, and we came to understand that how these pictures, how paintings created the feeling of nationalism among Europeans. So here in India also, the same type of culture movement was going on, and this created lot of patriotism, lot of unification, or lot of love and want for one's country. So let us go what was going on in under the cultural process, or how the sense of collective belonging promoted in India. So basically, the four important elements were there, and these elements promoted the nationalism in India. So what were those four elements? The first one was the painting, second was the book, novel or poems, third was the folk stories, and fourth one was the history or reinterpretation of the history. So we need to understand one by one that how they created the impact, got it, in our country, or to unify Indians through the cultural movement or through the cultural process. Now come to the painting. We all know that Indians got united. They became emotional through the paintings of Bharat Mata. So Bharat Mata painting became it created a lot of patriotism, or it connected most of the people. People started symbolizing the nation as Bharat Mata. So India was represented in the form of female figure, that was Bharat Mata, and this is how people got connected. This is how people became united. So that was quite true about the painting, about this painting, about the concept of painting. So painting created a lot of impact in the minds of Indians, and it actually created nationalism among Indians. So painting was having its deep impact. Like Rabindranath Tagore, he painted picture of Bharat Mata, and finally the painting or picture was released, and when this picture or painting was released, it was circulated among the masses, Indian masses, and this is how we got connected because we are more close to our mother. So that is why the picture was painted in the form of mother or goddess, you can say Mother India, or you can say Bharat Mata. So that is how we found some connection. The people who was living in Kerala, people who was living in Bengal, people who was living in Punjab, they all got united because they thought that our mother is same. That was Bharat Mata. So we need to understand here the concept of Bharat Mata came from the painting, and that was the first part of the cultural process. We need to understand. Got it? Now, second was books, novels and poems. So book, novel and poems also created a deep impact. It also created a deep impact among Indians, and books, novels and poems, it created patriotism among Indians. We have to understand that Anand Math, the book that was written in order to raise the feeling of nationalism at that time, and this book, when it was released among the public became sentimental, they got united and they came together to raise their voice against the Britishers. So books also created great enthusiasm among the Indians. Similarly, many books were written by different important nationalists, like Nehru wrote Discovery of India. Similarly, Mahatma Gandhi wrote Hindu Swaraj. So many people came and write. Similarly, many newspapers were published by Bal Gangadhar Tilak, like Kesari Maratha. So all these created a deep impact to raise the feeling of nationalism. People became united. They started demanding freedom from the Britishers. So the book, apart from that, novel, books, and a poem also created a lot of enthusiasm, lot of patriotism among Indians. So by reading the poems, they became excited, they became enthusiastic, and they raised their voice. The Indians raised their voice against the Britishers. So these are the piece of literature. So the piece of literature also played a very great role to raise the feeling of nationalism among Indians. Okay. Now coming to the next point is the folk stories. So folk stories created lot of deep impact, or it created actually a deep impact among Indians, because many Indians at the time, around 80% Indians were living in the village area, and they were well connected with the folk stories. They were much interested in listening to the folk stories or folk heroes, like in Bihar, one hero was the Birsa Munda. Got it? Like we discussed here, Alluri Sitaram Raju. These were the folk heroes. So they also created deep impact in creating the nationalism or collecting people. They also created very deep impact. Okay. So folk heroes, folk stories, they also created deep impact to create unification among Indians. Now come to the last one, that was the history. So we need to understand that when we were under the control of Britishers told that we are here to teach you culture because you are not culturally rich, you are backward. But through the reinterpretation of history, it was told to the Indians by our nationalists that we are the successor of Shivaji, we are the successor of great Ashoka, we are the successor of great kings. So how our culture is backward? How the Britishers are claiming that their culture is rich? And if our culture is not rich, why they came India? Why they took our resources? So history was reinterpreted, and finally people understood that we can easily throw the Britishers out of our land. And people also got inspiration from the French Revolution, from the Russian Revolution, from the French Revolution, from the American Revolution, and finally people got inspired. So it was about the reinterpretation of history that inspired people a lot, and finally they understood that they can easily throw out Britishers from their land. And finally people got united by reading the history, and they understood that they are successor of the same king or same dynasty. Okay. Now so far we discussed the cultural movement. So here two streams were there. First one was the mass movement, second was the cultural movement. So both things equally played a role to raise the feeling of nationalism, to connect people, to unify people, to raise the patriotism. So this is how people developed a sense of collective belonging, and finally people got united. And we all know that once people got united, it was easy to uproot the Britishers from from this ground. So this is how people got united and they uprooted the Britishers from Indian ground. So this is how the culture movement played its significant role in independence of India. Okay. So I think it is now clear, very clear topic, and this is all about this. This is all about this topic. Thank you so much.